And a good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Issues and Attitudes. My name is Jeff Owen, General Manager of WEIU. We're today going to be talking about the Coles County Fair. My studio guest is Mr. Mitch Titus.
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for having me in here.
Maybe pull that a little close to you, Mitch.
Sure.
Mitch, you are on the Coles County Fair Board. This is your second term, and you're kind of talking to all things fair. Appreciate you coming in.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for having us, and really excited to have a fair here for 2022.
The dates are July 31st to August 7th, so we're about just a few weeks away. I'm sure there's a lot of activity out there at the fairgrounds now as you kind of prepare.
Absolutely. A lot of cleanup going on, a lot of painting, just a lot of preparation to have it look good and be ready for the public.
Well, we've kind of had a tradition here at WEIU when we talk to whoever is coming in for the fairs. We just kind of go day by day so people can kind of get a feel for what they could expect when the week of the fair comes, starting on July 31st. So we'll start out with Sunday, July 31st. I know the fairgrounds will open up at noon. What all goes on as we kick off the fair July 31st?
You know, the first day there, the fair, the carnival's gonna open up, and the biggest thing that goes on is gonna be our Fair Queen pageant. That's gonna be the Little Miss, Junior Miss, and then our overall Fair Queen for the week. She gets they compete, they get their crown, and then they get to join us the whole rest of the week and be participants in everything that goes on at the fair.
Yeah, that was kind of a switch from a few years back that was at the end.
Yes,
and now they get to kind of reign over the parade.
Absolutely. We're really fortunate. We've got a couple new ladies running the Junior Miss and the Little Miss pageant. We had a record number of contestants. We had to shut it off, so that's great. On our side stage there, that's by our Merchants Building, the Battle Creek Band is going to come and play, and that's free for anybody to come sit and enjoy. So we have a couple different options for you there Sunday night when the fair kicks off, but should be fun for everybody.
When you say you had to cut off the Little Miss and the Junior Miss, what kind of numbers are you talking about? Is that 30, 40, 50, 20?
I think it's mid-20s. You know, so that's pretty big to get through before we have our big Queen pageant. Luckily, only a couple contestants that had got a hold of us late. We kind of had to say, hey, we got to hold off till next year. But in years past, we wouldn't have had to do that. We might have needed them to get it done. That's
cool. The carnival opens that afternoon, by the way, at 4 o'clock. Then we go to Monday, August 1st, the first Monday of the Coles County Fair 2022. Talk about some of the highlights that day.
You know, on Monday, you're going to start off with some livestock shows for the 4-H kids and kids from Coles County. That's kind of going to be a Monday morning deal in some different barns. Then the carnival's going to open up at 4 p.m. We have the Frame Band that's playing at 6 o'clock. They're going to open for Jake Maurer. Jake, you know, some people, you bring his name up, they're like, oh, yeah, I know him. Other, they don't. Jake was a EIU football player, EIU alum, left EIU and was a PE teacher in Mattoon. Then about 14 years ago, he left, went to Nashville, and he's been the main stage at Nashville for 14 years. Now he's flying all over the United States, Canada. He went to England. If you haven't seen Jake Maurer play, come out. It's fun for the whole family. You can bring your kids, bring your lawn chair, sit on the track up close, or you can be up in the grandstands, either or, and be a good time for the whole family on a Monday night.
That's cool that you're bringing him back home for that concert on that Monday night, Jake Maurer. And a lot of people do know about him from Tootsie's and playing, and he's kind of one of those rising singers in the Nashville area.
Yep, absolutely.
And that is a pay. You have to pay for that one to get in, just FYI.
Yep.
So we move on then to Tuesday, August 2nd, 8 o'clock, the Junior Swine Show kicks everything off, and then go through August 2nd for us, if you would mention.
You know, once again, Carnival opens at 1. The Art Hall is going to be open for viewing of those projects. The special for the carnival that night is carnival will be 2-for-1 tickets. That's from 4 to 10. Then we have our big our grandstand event for that night is going to be the truck and tractor pull. For Tuesday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be like your county truck pull, diesel trucks, and then some of your farm tractors come out in county and from out of county, have a tractor pull, and that's always a big turnout, good time for everybody. And we will have something on our side stage. I don't know, we haven't locked in somebody yet for that, but from 8 to 10 on the side stage, there will be something there for free entertainment.
Cool. And that's a lot of your local drivers too, that tractor pull, right?
Absolutely.
So you can see some of your buddies and
for
enjoy
sure.
the tractor pulls on August 2nd. Midweek, Wednesday, August 3rd. Again, the sheep show and everything are in the morning. Carnival. So take us through August 3rd.
Once again, going to have Carnival opens at 4 p.m. That's an armband night, so everybody's excited about that. The big grandstand show for that evening is the Twilight Harness Racing, which ends up being that's a great event. I go to multiple county fair harness racing events every year, and I'll tell you what, there's never any better crowd than Wednesday night in Charleston, Illinois, right there at the Coles County Fairgrounds. We're fortunate this year to have one of the two biggest money purse races in the state of Illinois, so there should be some really high quality horses there coming out to race for big money. So Wednesday night, hopefully we get nice cool weather, and it'll be a good time. Come out and play pick a winner. We've got a sponsor that night. KC Summers is going to sponsor it. Last year we gave out free T-shirts and stuff. This year I don't know where I'm going yet with that, but there will be something free, and there's going to be some free giveaways and some armchair pick a winner contest. So it'll be a good time.
I think you're going to be all right with the cool weather. I don't think you can promise that one.
I can't promise it, but I'm hoping that it'll happen.
There you go. We are due for some, I'll tell you that for sure. On the harness racing, now where do all of the, when you think of harness racing, I grew up with a friend who was big into harness racing, and so he kind of got me hooked on some of it. But where do the racers come from? Are they local, or do they come from states all around?
There will be a lot of local people that come and race. We'll have guys that are here at the Coles County Fair year-round that'll be right out there racing at home. There also is going to be guys from Springfield. There'll be people all the way from Mississippi. I know in years past, an individual named Tony Kimbrough came up from Houston, Texas, and he was I believe he was a wide receiver for the Houston Texans. So we can draw them in from everywhere. We've got a good shot at drawing really high quality horses with that added purse money. On those guys that are making a living for it, they're coming for the dollars, and we've got them some dollars this year, so it should be high quality racing.
Now, how many different races are there that night? Do you have any idea yet?
It depends on how many horses enter and how the split is, but normally on that night you're going to be looking at 8 to 10 to 12 races.
Oh, it's kind of like a night if you went to the track.
Yeah.
Something like that, or if you went to off-track betting.
Very similar.
That's cool. And again, that is Wednesday, August 3rd. We move up to Thursday, August 4th, and the more tractor pulls that night at the grandstand. Talk about that night, because that's a big one.
Absolutely. Now this is gonna be your big boys. Guys come in from everywhere with those modified, souped up, alcohol running tractors that are gonna be loud and put on a wild show, and that's gonna be Thursday night. But do remember in that, we have a great local family, the Austins from right here in Coles County, that'll have their own tractor out. So if you want to come out and have a little hometown tie, we got that covered. But there's going to be some big tractors and a good show to be put on there.
The Merchants Building opens that morning at 11:30, and the Art Hall's open as well. I know we've kind of touched on the big things in the day, but a lot of people do a lot of work for the Art Hall and the Merchants.
Absolutely.
So talk about the kids and the 4-H and all that goes into those events.
And Thursday's a great night to wrap that in here. These kids are going to show up on Sunday and showcase their project throughout the week. Thursday evening, we have a great event that is going to be the Coles County Youth Livestock Auction. We had phenomenal community support last year. It was a record-breaking sale last year. And what I always want to say about this when we talk about those kids is, yes, Fair Week, those kids get to come and showcase that project. But keep in mind, these kids have worked 6 months. 4 months, a whole year if they raise that animal to come bring him and show him at our county fair right in Charleston. And then Thursday night, the community gets to show them support when they buy one of their projects through that youth auction. So that is a great thing we got going on.
Someone who does no idea what you're talking about right now when you say youth auction. So what kind of animals can people see?
We opened the auction up last year to where the kids that do not have an animal can sell a general project. Like last year, we sold a dozen cookies that a kid had entered in the Merchants Building. We sold a miniature horse barn that a young lady built. And fortunately, through that, we found out she liked graphic design. I got with Avery Adams, Avery Drake. That girl got, from being there at our fair that week, she got a what am I looking? Not a scholarship, but just an apprenticeship out there to learn what she wishes to go to college for.
Oh, that's cool.
This Thursday night thing. I mean, you will see cattle, sheep, hogs, rabbits, goats, your general livestock auction things, and all that is going to go to help these kids. Some of those kids take that money and put it in their college fund. Some of those kids take it and put it back in their project that they're going to go raise for the rest of their life. But we opened it up to kids that maybe aren't just a farm kid, but they're in 4-H and they have a project. We open it up so they can come and sell and get some monetary value and benefit their future through the Coles County Fair.
And there's also a Power Wheels demo that day, too. Talk about that.
Yeah, that is always fun. Come out. You can bring your own Power Wheel, or they provide a Power Wheel, and you get out there on the track, and those kids have a ball out there. So,
and we move up to Friday. Friday's always been the Demolition Derby. I know you're going to talk about that a little bit, but take us through Friday, what we can expect. I know there's more harness racing.
Yeah, do keep in mind, just one thing I did leave out on Thursday, there is harness racing during lunchtime on Thursday.
Okay.
Sometimes people that are busy Wednesday night, they'll come out and take their lunch, and have a corn dog and a lemon shake up and catch some horse racing. So that'll be the same thing on Friday at 12:30. There'll be the harness racing. Carnival opens at 4. Art Hall. The other thing that we have going on that night, like you said, is the Demolition Derby. The cool thing about the Demolition Derby that we've got in the last 2 years, we have a new promoter. He is from Paris. He runs the Paris Shrine Club Demolition Derby. He runs the Edgar County Demolition Derby. He runs Demolition Derby in Cayuga, Indiana. And then he's running our Demolition Derby. And what that is a Demolition Derby series. So these drivers get points at all 5 of these Demolition Derbies. So we're hoping to generate, bring in more cars for a bigger, longer show. And this is our second year doing that. So we're going to draw in some more guys that are following that series. Just kind of like your NASCAR point series kind of thing. So this Demo Derby's the same way.
But a local guy that just has a car wants to do it can still
absolutely.
do it?
Local guys can jump right in. We want everybody we can get. And at their points, the local guy is going to go right towards the point for that series. So if they do good here and want to catch one afterwards that's in the series, they're right in the money for the extra.
Now, I know in the past, when I talked to other people at the fair, are the Demolition Derby people still having trouble getting cars because so many cars are made plastic? And
always a struggle. And I think that the last couple of years we're getting bigger. We're building to it, but we're hoping with this series that's what's going to help us get those more cars, or that's what our push is.
Yeah.
But it's just tough. Not everything's made like it used to be made.
Not as much metal.
Not everything holds up like it used to. You don't want to take one of those old plastic ones and go tail to tail with somebody.
So Demolition Derby is on Friday night. Then we get to Saturday, and a big day. So just take it through Saturday because that kind of is really your last really big day. Saturday, August 6th.
A huge thing that we brought back last year was our first year back having the Western Horse Show. We completely redid our horse arena. Thanks to Pepsi Mid-America, they helped us and give us a great donation to improve that. This year, Ed Carter Construction's redoing our announcers stand down there. So if you're not busy Wednesday morning, come watch our Western Horse Show. Saturday morning. Saturday morning. There will be horses come from all over Illinois, different states. That's going to be a big, good show. Carry on with the Merchants Building opening. Carnival opens at 1. The big carnival deal that way is 2-for-1 tickets. And then that night, everybody loves it, man, the bull riding.
Yeah.
Come out, it's not, there won't be much downtime. It's going to be action, people are going to be bucked off and limbs flying around, and it'll be a good time.
And you added that. How many years have they added? I know that was a new addition a few years back. But
bull riding, I'm not for sure. I think we're getting close to 8 or 10 years.
I know it's within the last decade.
That we've had it. That is always Rural King always helps us sponsor that. Without Rural King, we could not, and Wrangler could not pull off to have that caliber of a show that we put on. And but that's a top-notch deal, man. They come from states away. Last year we had a boy there from Canada, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma. They come from all over to come ride right here in Coles County.
And how long is a bull, like if somebody's expecting to go to a show, is that 2 hours, 2.5, or hour and a half? Or
no, that's probably like a 2.5, 3 hour show. At the end of it, normally they have a little fireworks show. I'm fortunate that finally by Saturday, being on the fair board, things are starting to wind down a little bit for me. So that's one me and my family always make it to, and it's good. There's a clown that puts on some comedy out there, and it's very America-based. You're going to get the Pledge of Allegiance, and you're going to get it all out there with them Cowboys, and it's a great show.
We're talking to Mitch Titus from the Coles County Fair Board. The fair's coming up July 31st to August 7th here in Charleston, Illinois. We've been going day by day. And then unfortunately, the Sunday, August 7th, the 2022 fair ends. Talk about what's going to happen that day.
All-day dollar carnival rides. Last year, the carnival was great. It was a beautiful day. I think he kept the carnival open until 8, 9 o'clock. The other big thing that goes on that day is our canine demonstration. That is free for the public at 1 p.m., and that is put on by the Coles County Canine Departments. I believe Mattoon, Charleston, and the Sheriff's Department bring their canines out there. The fair is really fortunate that we kind of worked a partnership with the canine guys. They train their dogs on our facility all year, and then they come out and put on a free show for our people. And I'll tell you what, the people who come to that walk away from it and really enjoyed it.
So give us an example of maybe what a dog would do out there.
Oh, I mean, they do all kinds of things. I mean, those dogs are just almost like
they're athletes, basically.
They're an athlete, and they're almost an extension of that officer's arm. I mean, they just put them through the paces, and it is amazing how those dogs are trained and the athletic ability of those dogs, and just their discipline throughout that show. It is, if you've never seen it, it's cool to watch.
And that's on the final day at 1 o'clock, free too, FYI, on Sunday, August 7th. Let's talk about some of the always got to talk about this, rules and regulations. Somebody coming to the fair, what can they not do, or mostly what they can't do or bring?
It's the regular part of the fairgrounds is alcohol-free deal. Now, at our shows, you want to bring a cooler in, hey, that's okay. Let's keep it good. It's a whole family event, no weapons other than that, come out and enjoy your time. Pets you can have on a leash.
Okay.
And come out, see the fair. I've never met anybody that actually came out to the fair and took it in that didn't walk away smiling.
How did you get involved, Mitch? I mean, talk about your involvement in the Coles County Fair.
I'm a Titus. I've been here forever. I've never been anywhere else. My family lives directly across from the fairgrounds. That place is, I probably spent more time at the Coles County Fairgrounds in my youth growing up than I did at my house. Now my business is based out of there. I rent a whole barn there. I mean, I live at the place. But that fair week is the week of the year where all of our hard work comes together,
Can you go back to when you were a child, and were you in the show?
Oh yeah, I mean, I showed livestock out there with my brother and I, and via showing livestock there, I mean, it went on to, like, my brother and I both had collegiate scholarships for livestock judging at Lakeland. I mean, it set me up for my entire life. My brother now, I think, would probably tell you the exact same thing. And I'll be honest with you, there's dozens of kids that have came through the same way between 4-H at that fairgrounds and FFA through Charleston High School that were exactly the same way.
One of the things that the Coles County Fair has been known for is it's the oldest continuous fair. I know we had COVID the last few years. Are the COVID restrictions all gone?
COVID restrictions are gone. Last year we still had a little bit of restriction via the rules and regulations for 4-H. We have been in direct contact with those ladies. Jessica at the 4-H office has been wonderful to work with, and she has said that those restrictions for them are a bunch more relaxed, so we're good to go this year. We're going back to regular life and going to have a big week.
But if you are feeling sick, stay home.
Yes, please do.
But then come back the next day.
But yeah, take care of yourself. Do the things that you need to do for you. But as far as we're concerned, come out and enjoy our facility.
I think we set a record. We're 18 minutes into the show, and we have not talked about what usually Rob and I always want to talk about most, fair food.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm right there with you. Dang the luck. We've got a great lineup of fair food as always. Big Al's is going to be out there slinging shakes and snow cones and all the things that Big Al brings, and those booths are great. I think they're going to have 2 or 3 booths there. You can't ever go wrong with fair French fries, right?
Yep.
We're going to have Colors is going to be there, and also the Fry Guys that are local based out of Charleston. That used to be P.J. Rogers.
Yeah.
Now that's ran by Mike Titus
right.
and Aaron DeRoos. But those guys are going to have their fry stands there. The 2 Pronto pump stands that I'm telling you, I go to 30 county fairs a year with racehorses. There is no better Pronto pump than what you can get right there at Coles County Fair. The yellow Pronto pump stands. The Fry guys have in what used to be the old Lions Club building are going to have breakfast there. They're going to have lunch. He always comes up with he gets fluffy burgers from in Mattoon, and then he'll have goat and bison and all kinds of different things for you to try and say you had at the fair. The taffy, Malone's taffy's going to be there. We're not going to let you down on the normal fair stuff. We'll have it there, and you'll have plenty of options.
Now everybody in Coles County is ready for lunch right now after
Absolutely.
that. That was a good speech there, Ms. Meach. Do you guys track attendance of how many people come to a fair so you can kind of help the city out with studies?
We haven't. The last 2 years we are starting to, simply because we're getting so much community support. Our fair's always had good community support.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, it's really getting big. Our Monday night concert, we've got Sarah Bush, and we've got Coles Moultrie, we've got Heritage Woods of Charleston, we've got the U Hotel, we've got Kinsey Cheese Right, the State Farm rep. They are helping us bring a show to Coles County that we could not have before. Those concerts, everybody wants us to bring the huge guy that's headlining the state fair. But if we don't have the sponsors to bring people in, we can't charge the community $100 a ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So with those sponsors, that Monday night show is going to be $10 a ticket. Where else can you get 4 hours worth of entertainment in 2022 for $10?
Yeah, not have to drive either.
Our Wednesday night deal is sponsored by Casey Summers. He's going to provide you, like I said, last year we had free T-shirts, things like that. Pilson's Auto Center. All those sponsors are helping us so much that we've kind of wanted to track that attendance so we can be like, hey, thank you for this. Our attendance is coming up because you've helped us, So we are tracking that the last 2 years.
And I think with COVID, now people are so much more ready to be out and get
sure.
things. So, and most of it they can stay local. And
like I said,
stuff.
last year our fair, the Monday of the fair, it rained. It was really tough. But other than that, we had good weather and our attendance was phenomenal. And I think you strike on that. People have been sitting around. They want to get outside, enjoy some fresh air, do something they hadn't done at that point for 2 years.
Exactly. What do people ask you the most, Mitch, when they see you on the street or in a restaurant or wherever?
Over the last year or so, just because I've taken on more of a legs to run on the fair board, our fair board is 2 really separate kind of groups. We all work together, but everybody deviates the things they do.
Yeah.
Myself, Mark Grant, that owns Joey's, is on the fair board. Stacy DeRoos, Brad Warner. We're some of the younger guys that get out and go-getters and get stuff done. Then our other guys, Tom Jones, Tom Niemeyer, Todd Easton, Tommy Sue Austin, and Phil Stout. Those guys are the mainstays that know the day-to-day things that have to be done that us young guys would forget about, So I get a lot of questions about what's going on new, what's happening, and I'm always happy to bring that to people because they're like, man, I didn't even know, So there's a lot going on at the fair. Come out. If you haven't been there in 5 years, it's different now than it was. So come enjoy the day.
When you guys are having your meetings, it's for the Coles County Fair. Do you think about maybe next year we want to tinker with this, or have we thought about adding this?
Absolutely. Like this concert deal is brand new. There's never been a concert at the fair. Now it is on Monday night, which is tough for a concert, but that's just where everything laid with our tractor pulls, demo derby, rodeo. But we hope to bring new stuff in and maybe change around the normal schedule, so that we can do some different things.
And conversely, if something do things ever just run their course where you're like, man, we got to kind of hide this a bit?
I mean, like nothing against it, but we had dirt drags 2 years in a row. The first year, the weather didn't completely participate, but my God, it was good and people had fun. The second year, it's just like it didn't fly. So we change it up, do something different, trial and error. None of us that are on the board are professional promoters. We're just a bunch of hometown guys that are trying to do the best we can with what we got.
Talk about the when the fair starts, July 31st, runs August 7th. How many fair employees, volunteers are actually on site every night? I mean,
basically all the fair board just sets up shop. We're going to be there every hour that it's rocking.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those guys. I'm fortunate I don't live very far away, so I go home. But there's a whole group. I think 5 of them bring their camper there, and they are there on site all week. We have wonderful community sponsorship and volunteers. The ROTC from Mattoon comes over and they help with all our trash pickup. Football team helps us. The Charleston football team helps set up our chairs and things. Lincoln Fire comes and washes our grandstand down. Last year, the EIU Haiti project came and worked our fair gates. We paid them. I believe how we worked that is we gave them a monetary donation towards the hours that they worked. They put that towards the Haiti project, and then that helped multitude of families over there in Haiti. So I mean, this deal would never be pulled off without those volunteers and the help.
Are you still looking for volunteers and help for this Coles County Fair?
We'll take any volunteer and any help we can always get. So we'll take any. I know that for one evening, I think Friday evening, we were still looking for a couple extra people to help work the grandstand. Friday is such a huge event. Then we end up putting a couple extra people in there. At the last Fair Board meeting, that was discussed. But we never turn away any help.
There you go. We have a few minutes left. We're talking to Mitch Titus of the Coles County Fair. Anything that I forgot about that you want to push or talk about?
Hey, no. I mean, like I said, biggest thing is come out, not only support the fair. Come out and support, like I said, the 4-H kids, the agriculture families of Coles County that have put time into presenting livestock, into presenting anything, pies, pictures, antiques in the Merchants Building. That Merchants Building's pretty cool. If you got time to come through there, we keep a couple big fans going in there. Just go through it, and the things that are there. I know 2 years ago we got donated a magnitude of just old fair, like harness programs, fair books, things from generations back that we present in there. It's just a cool trip, through memory lane, if not anything else. So just a lot of Coles County history goes into putting on the Coles County Fair.
Are you ready for some rapid fire questions?
I'm ready. Put them on.
Your favorite fair food?
My favorite fair food, Fry Guys French fries.
There you go. What do you like the most about the fair? Is there one thing that you just love the most?
To me, I think the biggest thing I take from the fair, especially in the last few years, is the camaraderie and the fact that we all work together for an end result that is just completely for our community and the kids of our community.
I think you answered this a while ago. How many fairs do you attend a year?
Listen, my dad and I go to, I think, almost 30 county fairs in Illinois with horse races. We hit a few in Indiana and then do some state fairs. So I'm real close to like 40.
And you also answer this one. An event that you can't wait to see would be the bull riding, because that means.
Yeah, I love the bull riding, and through doing that, we've made some friends with those guys. I only see them once a year. They're just down to earth, great people, and that bull riding's a good time.
When you're not at a fair, does Mitch Titus have another hobby or any other hobbies?
I spend a lot of time with my kids. I got three kids, just like every other, family with kids that are 12 and 9 and 3. We're at a lot of sports events in town. But, we race horses, and my family is really immersed in agriculture. So we're always doing something ag-based.
There you go. Do you have any post-fair plans? Like when the fair's over, you just got to get away?
Post-fair is that time of year is super, super hectic for us with the starting gates and the horse races. So we'll get done in Charleston, be right down to Altamont, go to Lincoln, get done at Lincoln, and be at the state fairs.
All right, we're out of time with Mitch Titus of the Coles County Fair. If someone wants to get a hold of the fair, website or phone number, can you give those to us?
Our website is getting rebuilt. The Coles County Fair phone number, I do not know right off the top of my head, but you can Google it, and about 10 days before the fair office will be open, so you can even just stop out and we'll get you any information you need.
And you have some handy brochures that people can get.
Absolutely.
And they're all over town, and it kind of goes by day, just like we did today. So thanks, Mitch. Great meeting you.
Hey.
And I hope you have a great day. And everybody remember, the fair starts on July 31st.